My name is Mike Lara. I am Vice President of Strategy and Business Development for our propulsion and controls programs, and that includes the missile defense and space programs that are here at the Elkton Operation Missile Defense and Controls site, and also the tactical propulsion that is manufactured out at our Rocket Center, West Virginia facility. So the Star 48 GXV represents a nice step forward in terms of both performance, we believe cost as well, and builds on really a motor that was originally developed back in the mid-70s time frame, the original Star 48 motor. That was a titanium case motor that was designed to help take payloads to a geosynchronous transfer orbit out of both the shuttle bay and the Delta II launch vehicle. The Star 48 GXV is going to be a larger motor. It's going to have about 50% more propellant. It's going to start to incorporate some advanced materials in terms of the composite case. We'll replace the old titanium metal case with a new composite case that will let us operate at a much higher pressure, and that will help performance overall. This motor will also mark a return to very lightweight hexacone materials. We'll use a carbon-carbon hexacone in the nozzle of this motor, and it will also use a propellant that is being borrowed from another flight-proven motor, but new to the Star 48, that also offers some additional performance benefits. So overall, we're going to have a much higher performing motor than the Star 48 had been in the past. We're also going to include a vectorable nozzle. This will keep us from having to spin the spacecraft during its flight for stabilization, and we'll be able to provide steering commands during the Earth escape element of the launch. APL has this mission for the Solar Probe Plus mission to continue some of the NASA's heliophysics work, trying to better understand the sun, how it affects us, how it affects our solar system. This mission, I believe, is the capstone for a number of other missions that they have had and that are in the process of conducting. And again, the launch is scheduled for 2018. They are developing this new motor, the Star 48 GXV, in order to help the mission save cost by going on a less expensive launch vehicle. Two of the primary vehicles considered, the Atlas V and the Delta IV Heavy, very significantly in price, and by developing this new high-performance motor, they're able to stay on the lower cost vehicle.
My name is Andy Dreisman. I'm the Solar Probe Plus project manager. I work at Johns Hopkins University Applied Physics Laboratory. Solar Probe is a NASA mission sponsored by the Heliophysics Directorate at NASA. So Solar Probe mission is it's been around. Actually, it was first discussed in the late 50s, so it's been around for more than half a century. And the mission is to actually go through the sun's atmosphere to understand some basic physics about the corona. Why is the corona so much hotter? The corona is the sun's atmosphere, I should say. Why is the corona so much hotter than the surface of the sun? How's the solar wind accelerated? And there's some just very basic science questions we don't know the answer to. And the only way to know the answer to is to actually go there. So it's counterintuitive. People think, that you can launch from Earth, get up there, and just fall into the sun. That's not at all the case. It takes more energy to get to where Solar Probe is going than it takes to get to Jupiter or to Mars or to many of the other planets. What you really have to do is you have to take out the velocity of the Earth and then fall into the sun. And so what this motor allows us to do is it adds that extra energy to the launch vehicle. We go buy a stock launch vehicle, add this motor to it. It allows us to get the energy to get into the orbit where we need. We go about 10 times closer to the sun than the planet Mercury is. So to get that close to the sun, you have to lose a lot of energy, a lot of velocity. And so this motor helps us do it. My life is dedicated to Solar Probe. So Solar Probe NASA has various phases. We're currently in phase B. So we have a big review coming up in January. It's called preliminary design review, followed by what they call a key decision point. Once they make that decision point, we go into earnest into the development and production of the project. And so I'm solely dedicated to Solar Probe Plus. Solar Probe is scheduled to launch in 2018. And we've got a lot of work to do between here and then.